Welcome to Bard Tech Talk. I'm Maury Tiernan. Today's topic is Bard Economizers. They provide us with free cooling and ventilation capability. This Part 1 video will address setting up a new unit economizer. Bard offers 3 different economizers for their exterior wall mount products. A 2 to 10 volt DC actuator only, no jade, no sensors. This would be controlled by a separate EMS or DDC system. Your controls company will be responsible for settings and parameters. There are also 2 econs with a Honeywell jade, a dry bulb temp-only type, and an enthalpy temp-humidity type, controlled by a standard 3 heat, 2 cool thermostat. Optional CO2 sensors may be used to control ventilation via a 2 to 10 volt DC modulating damper signal or a user-selected fixed ventilation CFM mode. In this part 1 of 2, let's start with a new unit jade economizer setup. Unit off, power up the unit, verify 24 volt minimum at the low voltage transformer and on the bottom right corner of the jade at R and C. The screen should show W7220 status. If not, push the up arrow until the jade screen does read W7220 status. Note, the right upper corner of the jade screen has an arrow pointing down. This tells you to push the down arrow to go to the next screen. Push the down arrow once. You arrive at the set point screen, and the upper right corner shows both an up and down arrow. There are 6 menus. You will not be using all of these during setup of a new economizer. For commissioning, the Bard default settings in the jade are designed to generally work everywhere. However, some adjustments may be needed for your location. Our focus will be on 3 of the 6 jade menus. The status menu provides you with the information about the system. Push the enter button to enter the levels within the status menu. Push the down arrow to scroll through them. Push the exit button to return to status W7220. The set points menu is next. With set points on the screen, push the enter button to enter the levels. After that, use the up-down arrows. Depending on your economizer type, dry bulb or enthalpy will determine what is changed in set points. Note, this unit is an enthalpy economizer. Dry bulb doesn't show in the menu. If you have a dry bulb temp-only econ, the dry bulb set level will appear in set point. Bard factory default is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. This should be sufficient. But if you want to lower the temp, then you could change to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. This will be the maximum outdoor temperature setting for free cooling. If you have an enthalpy economizer, then ENTH curve will appear in the set point menu. The default is ES3 and should be sufficient. But if the room condition is not acceptable, the outside air may be too humid or not cold enough, then change the setting to ES4. The last level to look at on the set points menu is MIN-POS. This is the position the damper will move to for a specific amount of outside ventilation air when the O1 or A low voltage ventilation terminal is energized. Bard default is 2 volts DC, which is fully closed. Either use the airflow chart in your specific econ install manual, or use an airflow hood to verify ventilation CFM. This is an independent function of the economizer. When terminal O1 or A is energized and free cooling is discontinued, the damper will go to the min position setting. For example, 6 volts DC is approximately 450 CFM in a 4-ton unit. If you change a setting, You must push Enter to save the change. Push the Exit button, then down arrow to Checkout menu. Pushing Enter will select the checkout. Push down arrow to select levels, allowing you to independently run several functions for 5 minutes. It's always good to test the damper and compressor operation. Use your Exit and arrow buttons to complete the process. The bar default setting should work for almost the entire US. You will only be changing 2 of the settings discussed, depending on your economizer type. You may not change any, depending on your location and application. We will go over the remaining menus in Part 2 of BARD Economizers. I hope this was helpful on the economizer types and setup. See you next time we talk BARD Tech.